A lot of people are asking me here on YouTube and on Instagram if I could only have one lens for the Sony FX30, which one would it be? Well, that's easy. Before anything else, I would like to officially welcome you to my channel. Thank you for making it past the intro. If you are into cameras, gadgets, technologies, all that good stuff, please do subscribe and hit that bell if you haven't yet. In that case, you won't miss out on anything from this channel. By the way, this video is not sponsored by anyone, and so having that out of the way, let's dive right into the topic. As I've mentioned, this video will be about a particular lens that I've been using with the Sony FX30. Because to be honest, I am a lens addict. Like, I have this indescribable desire to buy a bunch of lenses. If you're like me, can you make yourself known in the comment section below? Yes, may it be for full frame or crop sensor cameras, I am an avid fan of the saying that lenses are more vital than cameras. Again, let me know in the comment section if you're team lens or team camera. In our case right now, I am without a doubt #team lens. But maybe we can talk more about that in another video. But that being said, it has always been hard for me to stick to only one lens, especially now that I have here with me a beast of a camera, the Sony FX30. With all its potentials and capabilities, I am telling you there are tons of lenses that I can think of right now. May it be for photo or video, there's just a lot. Like for real. By the way, if you are like me, can you do me a favor? Please do like and subscribe to my channel. It would mean the world to me. Anyway, going back. Of all the lenses that I've tried so far, if I could only have one lens for my Sony FX30, that would probably be none other than the one and only Sigma 18-50mm f2.8. Yes, you heard it right, and I got plenty of reasons why. Reason number one, this lens is lightweight and compact. To be honest, at first it was hard to believe that it is a zoom lens because it does look and feel like a prime lens. Would you agree? But of course, without extending its front element. If you're the type who are always on the go, this lens is just perfect for you. I really love the fact that this lens fits nice and tight to any of my sling bags. And say you have a gimbal as small as the Moza Aircross S, with the size and weight of this lens, you can worry no more. How amazing is that? Reason number two, this lens has a constant aperture f2.8, meaning to say from 18mm to 15mm it stays at f2.8, which is relatively fast already. And as a bokeh addict, this lens hasn't failed me yet. Like, believe me when I tell you that this lens is very much capable in producing that bokeh effect or that blurry background. I've used this lens many times on my cinematic videos, and guess what? I am so in love with this lens. Again and again, thanks to its f2.8 aperture. Reason number three, it has a versatile focal range. It might not be the best, yes, but as far as my workflow is concerned, this is really more than good enough. Some people would prefer 16mm over 18mm, but then again, as far as how I do things, 18mm is really good enough. Like for both photo and video, 18mm gets the job done, at least for me. And of course, at 50mm you can do so many things already, such as portraits. And another thing not many people talk about this lens is its minimum focusing distance. It's basically the shortest distance of the camera sensor to the subject at which it can still focus perfectly. And let me tell you this lens sometimes feels like a macro lens. That's how great the minimum focusing distance of this lens is. Like if I want a super close-up shots, I always reach out for this lens. Let me show you some samples. It is that good. And reason number four, this lens is unbelievably affordable, like for real, because by the time this video is made, this is priced at, and as far as my research is concerned, this is by far the most affordable, versatile zoom lens out there. And at this day and age, practicality is life, people. Practicality is life. And so I personally love that at a very affordable price point, you can have a standard zoom lens, which is very capable and reliable. Good job, Sigma. Lastly, reason number five. This, ladies and gentlemen, is a Sigma lens. And I don't think there's still a need for me to hype this point any further. Because when you talk about Sigma lenses, you can expect great autofocus, excellent image sharpness, nice colors, and almost perfect optical performance. And that's just how Sigma works. Again, this is not a sponsored video. I just really want to appreciate this lens. That's all. But that's it, ladies and gentlemen. If I could only have one lens for my Sony FX30, that would be the Sigma 18 to 50mm f 2.8. You can let us know yours in the comment section. But in any case, I hope you enjoyed this video. There you go, folks. I am sure I wasn't able to cover everything, so let me know your thoughts in the comment section, or we can connect on Instagram or on Facebook. As I end, if you're getting value from this video, please do like and subscribe for more not super technical, but rather practical approach to gadgets and technologies. Until then, thank you for watching. And so, a lot of people are asking me here on YouTube, and on a lot of people are asking, as I have mentioned, this video will be about, like I have this indescribable lens. What? I am an avid fan of the saying lenses are more vital. I am an avid fan of the saying that lenses are more. I am an avid fan of the saying. Especially now that I have here with me. Especially now that I have here with me. Especially now that I have been here. That would probably be none other than to be honest, it was hard at first. It was hard to believe that it is a zoom. To be honest, at first it was hard to be honest. And say you have a gimbal as small, and say you have a gimbal as small as the Moza, and say you have a gimbal as small as the Moza, and say you have a gimbal as small, and say you, hello, mic check. Believe me when I tell you that this lens produces, and of course 50mm, and of course at 50mm you can, and of course at 50mm you can do, because when you talk about Sigma lens, because when you talk about Sigma lenses, because when you talk about Sigma lenses, you can expect